It's a very important in our HTML coding. That is in a full stack developer. It's a very important concept. It's nothing but document object model. Okay, it is in a tree structure. It's nothing but this programming interface in a HTML document is represented as a tree. Tree means it's having a parent node and a child. So the coding will be the document will be in a tree form. Okay, so in the HTML code, first we are representing the header. That is in a heading H1 we are giving as a ID as a title. In that title we are mentioning as a welcome. So again we are closing our header tag. Okay, that is heading tag. Next one is button on click, change text, then click me function name. That is when we can click that particular button. So we are mentioning as a tag as button. In that one we are specifying the click button. Okay, click me option. We are then close the tag. Likewise, the JavaScript can access and modify the element through the DOM. So DOM we are using for access and modify the given element. So next one is the do manipulation. So this is used for to update the content without a referencing. Then it's creating an interactive user interface. It's handle the user actions and improve the user experience. So we are using a DOM in the HTML elements, that is HTML tags. So we are using many methods. So commonly we are using methods. First one is selecting the elements. Next one is changing the content. Then removing the elements. Then changing styles and creating and adding the elements. So these 5 functions are using in the commonly we are using this HTML coding. So in selecting elements, we can select a particular elements. We can use that element in that particular form, HTML form. So here mentioning as a documents get element, we are using as ID as a title. So we are using get method. We are tag the title. Next one is class name. We are mentioning as a box. Then it's selecting the query as a box. Then we are mentioning a selection box as a view. Okay. So selecting elements by using this method, we can get the particular option or a methods. For example, class name and ID, everything we can select from the selection methods. Next one is changing content. So in a document, we are mentioning as we have to change some menus or that is the elements. We can use the changing content. So here we are title is mentioning as a hello world. So instead of title, we have to change the hello world. So by using this option, changing content, we can use the instead of title, we are mentioning the hello world. So likewise, the removing the elements. So documents get the element ID as a title and remove that particular ID. So we can add the elements at the same time we can remove the elements. Here also we are taking an example as a title. We can remove the title. For example, hello world title we have to remove this. We can use this method by removing that particular element. So here the document we are calling the function to get ID as a title. We have to remove this function. So function we using the remove. We can remove that particular elements from the HTML code. So then that is our design. Next one is changing styles. We can change the styles or element. For example, get the element ID as a title. We can change the style of the particular title. For example, the hello world text. We can change that particular text style by using the changing style option. Okay. So in the changing style option is used to change the particular style of the content or the title. Okay. Here we are mentioning title as a hello world. So if we are giving changing method as a style, we can change that by using this method. We can change the color of that particular text. For example, hello world. Next one is creating and adding the elements. Here we can add the elements and creating the elements by using these methods. So creating means one new elements we can create. That particular element we can add by using this adding elements. So creating and adding elements option is using to add and create elements in a particular HTML design. That is HTML coding. Okay. So here by using a new keyword, we can create a element. For example, it's mentioned as a P. Next one is in that particular paragraph, we can insert a text as a new paragraph added. Next one is in the document body, we can add extra new elements. Okay. So from the paragraph, we can create a general element as a key. We are mentioning as a paragraph. In that one, we can create another one paragraph. In that one, we can add an extra child paragraph. Okay. So it's in a tree format. Already we have told this is a programming interface. Adding is in a tree structure. So it's a root. After that, in that one we can add another one child paragraph. So it is in a tree form. So these are all the things about the DOM in a main concept of